Today we're going to be hitting the trails on e-bikes, looking at quite a few different trail obstacles, different techniques to how to tackle them, really harnessing that power of the e-bikes. Let's go! So when you're out on your e-bike ride, something you will find a lot of is river crossings, streams, fords, anything like that can cause you problems if you attack it the wrong way on your e-bike. Obviously water and electricity doesn't mix, so we're going to be looking at how to cross this river safely and getting you to the other side without any problems. So first thing I do before I even commit to this river crossing is checking that depth. That is really vital on your e-bike. If the water is going to come up over your bottom bracket, on your motor and your battery, you're going to run into problems. So just check that first before you even commit to this. Next thing I'm doing is I come down, I've switched up into turbo mode. That means every little stab at that pedals is going to get me across there. If you're in a low power mode, you're going to struggle, especially if there's silty parts in there. Next thing I'm going to be doing is checking that river bed. I can see on this one it's rocky, a few little obstructions, so there's going to be good grip as I travel across the water. So another thing I'm doing is checking my exit as well. It's just making sure that that's clear, no sticky mud, no steep bank, or if there is, I'm prepared for it. Exit is just as vital as getting across the middle. If you're going to make a mistake on the exit, you're going to fall back in that river, put your feet down, much to the amusement of your mates. So just remember, if you're not confident in doing this correctly, if you're going to stall, maybe even fall over and drop that bike in the river, it's going to cause problems. So maybe try and find some stepping stones or try and find the closest bridge. That way you're not going to run into any problems at all. So that entry into the river is really steep. There's a few things we need to look at. First thing is just checking that bed, the riverbed where our front wheel is going to hit, is actually firm, rocky. If it's clay or silt or soft, don't even attempt it, because as soon as you go in, that front wheel is going to bite, going to pitch you straight over the handlebars into the river. Funny as it seems, not good for you or your bike. So just make sure that's good. We just approach it, just making sure our weight is nice and back over the back wheel. Just crawl in nice and slow, get on the power. So the same for steep exits. If that bank is big and steep, get the power on, get that speed, get out of there clean. Steep chutes, they're a nemesis for most mountain bikers, but your e-bike with its big sticky tires, lots of suspension, stable platform is a really good tool for the job. If they're long, short, steep, it's all exactly the same techniques, and we're going to look at getting you down them safely now. So the main reason a lot of riders mess chutes up is actually not committing as they drop into that chute. This bike length or so area before you commit to that chute is vital. This is where you need to be getting your weight back, getting that speed to enter. If you're scrubbing too much speed off here, it's actually going to make that chute harder. So before I commit to the chute, I'm just checking my entry and my exit points are clear. As I approach the drop, I'm coming in with good speed, commitment, levels pedal, focusing in on my exit of the chute. So there you go, it's easy as that. All I've done basically is got my weight backwards. I've modulated my brake. We're trying to drag that back brake. You can even skid if it makes you feel safer. Also modulating that front brake. You don't want that front brake to skid, but try and use it on and off, pretty much like an ABS system in the car. If it does skid, let it go and pull it back on again. And then you just get your weight back, focus on your exit. So once you've mastered your techniques on stuff like this, you can move on to stuff like this. So pedal strikes are quite a common thing to happen when you're out riding your e-bike, especially on some climbs. A lot of aftermarket manufacturers now are offering shorter cranks, like 155mm. I don't really see that as a necessity if you've got good technique. The way we tackle these climbs is basically picking a really good line and looking at those obstacles such as the rocks, roots, which are going to cause a problem, and planning your route. Each pedal push down is like a footstep forward. So just plan as you look up that hill and you climb, just look and think where your pedals are going to go. If you think you're going to clip like a rock or a root or wheel spin, just give it an extra surge on the power to make you pass that danger point. So once you've planned your route up that climb, looking at where those pedals are going to go, if you can see that a pedal strike is imminent, it's vital that you get on that power early, give a good downward thrust on the pedal, engage that motor, lift that pedal high and get that pedal over the obstacle nicely. So like this example here, Got a big route on the left-hand side on a bit of a mellow climb. If I ride it slowly, I'm going to need to pedal up this climb, meaning that my pedal is going to strike that route on the left-hand side. But what I'm doing early is getting on the power, giving it a big surge of power here, and coasting past this route with the left-hand pedal nice and high and riding away cleanly. Keeping that flow on your e-bike is a really important part of it. Keeping those wheels in motion, feeling that flow. Here I've come straight across a big rock slab in front of me. To the left, there's an easier looking line. It's got a big rock and a big root hanging out. Could cause some pedal strike issues there. But in front of me, got a nice rock transition going up onto that slab. If you harness that power on your e-bike, this is actually going to be the easiest line. Nice, so how I did that basically was coming in my wrong foot forward, we're in turbo mode. So I'm coming in coasting, wrong foot forward, transferring with a good hard thrust to my forward foot, keeping that momentum going, lifting that front wheel up off the first rock, keeping my weight back to help that bike onto the top of the slab, and then just rolling down the other side nicely. A lot easier than that other line. Logs, you're going to find them on most of your trail ride. They can be a nightmare, they disturb your flow. You hit your chainring on them, you hit your front wheel, you hit your back wheel. You go over the handlebars into the brambles, the list is endless. There's a few common ways to get over the logs, but the key thing is commitment. I can literally hit this log no-handed on my e-bike. Such a stable bike, big tyres, heavy, just commitment is key. I'm going to show you now. Come in, good speed, take my hands off, focus. Let that suspension and the bike do the work. You don't have to put in a lot of work to do it. Commitment is key. Okay, so as I mentioned, there's a few different techniques to get over those logs on the trails. Let's have a look at them now. This is the front wheel bump. Basically, you're driving that front wheel into the log, transferring your weight backwards, basically using it as a big jump. So good speed, bump that front wheel, straight over there cleanly. Next one we're gonna look at is the front wheel, then the rear wheel lift. So we're lifting the front wheel over the log, then picking the back wheel up over the log as well. So you come in, over, and lifting that back wheel up as well. Third, possibly final way you can do it is the traditional bunny hop. We're coming in, again, good speed, squashing that bike down and over. So there you have it, a few different techniques to get you over those logs on the trail. Obviously the techniques differ on the size of the logs, but just with commitment and a bit of confidence, hitting those smaller logs is pretty easy on an e-bike. So that's it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video today on essential e-bike trail riding tips. If you love this video, please drop us some comments below. Also, if you want to stay with us, check out this video of me and Blake riding the bike park. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.